at the Centennial in Philadelphia.
Meeting will come to order, please. Notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act for this meeting have been satisfied. Would you please turn off electronic equipment, and we'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Attention, salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call the roll, please.
Mayor Becker?
Here.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Here.
Commissioner Blumberg?
I am here.
We have before us for approval our minutes of our October 3rd meetings. What is your pleasure?
I'll move to accept those minutes.
I'll second that.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
We'll now open for public comment. You have 3 minutes. You may speak on any subject.
Sewell, 22 West Drive. Mayor, it said denial is more than a river. Last commission meeting, you tried to refute the cold, hard fact that a staggering 50% of the 8th graders in the basic math course could not meet minimum math expectations. Mayor, keep in mind senior citizen property taxpayers are made to pay the highest K-8 cost per pupil per year at over $30,000 per child. Likewise, Margate K-8 teachers are the very highest paid in the entire county. Margate teachers know their numbers, but sadly can't or won't share this NJEA expertise with their students. Mayor, when you and you alone handpicked Board of Education members, you essentially let the foxes guard the henhouse. There isn't one fiscally conservative person on the board, like Art Cotilli, Giovanni, a Goomba Paisano. Mayor, you like to falsely claim that you're fiscally responsible, but once again, the cold, hard facts speak volumes. To just the opposite, out-of-control school spending, over $13 million each and every year, with putrid student performances. When half a class can't meet a minimum math expectations, taxpayers end up on the hook. 10 students at $30,000 each represent $300,000 down the toilet just for 1 year. But the K-8 total costs rack up $2.7 million. Mayor, may I remind you that you have taken multiple solemn oaths to uphold the New Jersey Constitution that expressly, specifically mandates a thorough and efficient education, and the 8th grade basic math disaster is neither thorough nor efficient. You also made numerous campaign promises. First, quote, making sure government works effectively and efficiently. Second, quote, demonstrated fiscal restraint and responsibility with your tax dollars. Their record proves it. Third, have an established track record of fiscal responsibilities. These campaign pledges are a crock of pure malarkey. When the school system fails all 7 indices of efficiency, so much for effectively and efficiently running this government. Mayor, it's time to wake up and demand fiscal responsibility. It can't continue. Last year was 44%. This year it's 50%. And I rail at those Board of Education meetings to take care of these children who are having problems.
How you doing? I'm Brian Teasdale, 305 North Wilson Avenue. The reason I'm here is because of the flooding we had last Friday. My street flooded out again, bad. It came up from the bay, and it worked its way all the way up on Amherst all the way up to Amherst Avenue. Now they installed a new valve here. You know, most of you guys know I was here for like a year bugging you guys about a valve. And they installed it. We had no issues. Now all of a sudden we have an issue. So on October 12th, we had the extreme flooding, and it was at Fremont and Wilson, where I saw how the water came up. So it came through the storm drain and worked its way up the street. If there's cars on the end of the street at Fremont in there, they would have been underwater. Okay? So, and they also got into the crawl spaces of the houses all the way up Wilson Avenue. All right, so what I did was, I didn't know if the valve was bad, so I went and talked to Frank at the city and to see if there was, something happened to the valve, the new valve. So I was like, why are we flooding? We're gonna have these problems, right? And he assured me it wasn't the valve. So I talked to him for a little longer, and I found out that when they started this project over here at the bulkhead, over on Amherst, that somebody opened up one of those valves or cut one of those valves off, and now we're back feeding the water into the drain system from over there. And that's where the water came from. Now he's saying, oh, that can't happen. Well, that's exactly how it happens because it's all tied together. So, why I'm here is I want to get somebody, I don't see the engineer here today, but we need to get the engineer with the vendor and find out exactly what's going on down there and how they can resolve this problem immediately. There's no reason for us to have these problems. You know, it's okay if it goes over the bulkhead. We all live on a barrier island. We all understand that. But they can close that pipe up temporarily while they're doing the construction. Now, when I talked to Frank, he told me there's not even a bid in for the new valve. How can you not have a new bid? How can you not be ready when it's ready to close back up again? You know, you've got all these, it took us, what, a year to get the last valve in? You know, there's no reason for it. So we need to get somebody on it right away. It's not something we can wait on, you know. There's no reason for us to be flooding our houses and everything else like that. And I don't have to call FEMA, and I don't want to call my flood insurance people again because somebody in the city or somebody from the contractor gave somebody bad information and said it was okay to leave it open. Because it's not. That's all I got. Thanks.
Thank you. We'll take care of it. Look into it beginning of the week. Okay?
How you doing? My name's Angelo Sika, 300 North Wilson Avenue. I'm sort of just backing up what Brian said. This flooding's got to stop. Every time we get a storm, my property goes underwater. I got pictures showing you the 3 hours it took me to clean up the mess the next day. I had people's mulch from down the corner on my property. Listen, I'm getting tired of cleaning up mess from somebody else's property because we keep flooding. Now, I was told when they were doing this work, there's like 3 or 4 different streets. The ends of the streets going into one storm drain. Happens to be the one on Wilson and Amherst. My house floods out that storm drain, okay? And it's not fair. And then we asked multiple times to block the street off when it's flooded so people don't go driving down the street. All through the flood, people going down the street 25, 30 miles an hour and flooding our homes more. And no offense, sir, even the cop did, okay? That was Friday night, and that really upset me because he should know better. But they do it all the time. Thursday night after the flood, I called the city, and I told them, listen, there's all kinds of mulch in the street. Can you send somebody out to clean it up? Because I was worried it was going to go back in the storm drain, okay? They didn't send nobody out. And you know what happened Friday night? Back in the storm drain. What happened? Floods all over my house again. Okay, I was just worried about the mulch going back to drain. Okay, I don't know what to do next. I mean, should we start a class action suit going somehow? We'll do something? That's the last thing I want to do, okay? Because I love this city and I do want to see it get fixed, but it's got to be fixed. I pay my tax dollars like everybody else. I try to make my property, we all 3 of us, we try to make our property look very, very nice. And this is how we get treated, just let it keep flooding. This has been going on for years. I understand seas rising and all that, I understand that. But I think there's something could be done. I think something has to be done. That's about all I got to say. It's got to be taken care of, guys. It's getting old fast. And I'm tired of spending my Saturday morning, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, sweeping mulch out of my driveways and off my porch. And then the cars going by through the floods. That's got to stop. That's got to stop. Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Angelo.
I'm John Lombardi. I'm at 215 North Harding Avenue. And I just want to back up what those guys say. I'm on the corner there of Amherst and Harding, and I get the same business. I get all that mulch that Angela's talking about. We got to move our cars. You got to really watch, because now with this drain open at Jefferson and Amherst that they opened up, it's back flooding the system, and it's even coming up the drains on Harding. It never did that before. So you know, it's the same as him. I mean, you got to sweep up the mulch. You got to watch your car. I mean, I just got a new car. I got to watch it. And, you know, that thing snuck out of the drain. I wasn't expecting it, you know. So I'm just here to back these fellows up that I have the same problems. Thank you very much. Anything you can do, we appreciate.
Thank you again. Any other?
Art Cotilli, 114 North Lancaster Avenue. I went to a meeting yesterday with the school board, and I mentioned a few things, like Monday, in Monday's press, Senate Leader Sweeney is trying to make all the schools in New Jersey K through 12. So not only that, but our governor has already released the money so that he could do the study. This doesn't bode too well for our 8th grade district. In addition to that, I took a look at our building department, and they mentioned that they have 55 permits just in the first 9 months of this year to build brand-new homes. So I can see that that's unaffordable for a young family to buy a $1 million house. I'm sure they're not going to be $300,000. In addition to that, I took a look at the number of students that are in Thai school, and right now there's 184 in the 4 grades. And in 4 years, that 184, we don't have to guess how many are going to be in this school or what. We'll just take grades 1 to 4 that are going to replace those in Thai. And there's 184 in Thai, and in Ross in grades 1 to 4, there's 124. So it's an easy subtraction. We're going to drop from 184 to 124. We're going to drop 60 students in the next 4 years. 30 in the first 2 and 30 in the second 2. Approximately. It might be 31 in the first. But something has to be done to address this. Because now with 124 students, all the grades, those 4 grades that are moving in there, they're like 33 students, 40 students. That's in a whole grade. Now, when you're in Thai school, you change when the bell rings. And you may have 30 kids in your class, but when the bell rings, you split into math, English, history, whatever, science. And if you try to divide 30 by 4 even, I mean, you start getting class sizes of 7 and 8. I mean, this is unbelievable. So we're going to be in a lot of trouble. I think what has to be done is there has to be a plan put together to address this now that we have enough time. One thing that could be done, just as a crazy suggestion, is after 2 years and you drop 30 students, if you choose Thai to keep, take 30 students, which is the 4th grade, and put it in Thai. And the next 2 years, when you drop another 30 students, take the 3rd grade and put it in Thai. Now you're stuck with 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. 1st and 2nd, K1 and 2, you're stuck with in Ross. And I think those, if needed, could probably go on the 2nd floor of your Union Ave.
Thank you, Art.
We need a plan.
Anyone else? Any public comment? Is there a motion to close public comment?
So moved.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
We will now open public comment on resolutions on the agenda only. Is there any public comment? Is there a motion to close public comment?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
Johanna?
May I have a motion for ordinance number 9, 2019, an ordinance fixing the salary and wage and compensation of certain officers and employees of the city of Margate?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion for Resolution 219, 2019, authorizing payments of claims.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
We have removed Resolution Number 223, 2019, and 224, 2019 from the consent agenda. May I have a motion for Resolution Number 223, 2019?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
You're abstaining.
We're on 223.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm
2019.
abstaining on 223 and 224. I thought you said 220. Go ahead. I abstain.
And Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion for Resolution Number 224, 2019?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
I abstain.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion for the consent agenda, which is Resolution Number 220, 2019, 221, 2019, 222, 2019, and 225, 2019.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
That's it.
Thank you, John. Is there a motion for adjournment?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
Thank you all for being here.